Hi, thank you for joining me on the Faith Cart Show. I hope that you read the book of Ruth. I've been going through it and reading different parts of it and just kind of getting an idea um, more about the book of Ruth. That's one book that I never really read as much when going through the Bible, but it's because it's a smaller book and then going to church, I never really there wasn't really any sermons on the Book of Ruth as much that I remember, but it is about it's about relationships and it's about family. Um, so and It shows you something about the Jewish culture. It also reveals an important link in the genetic chain that led to Jesus Christ. Finally, it tells us a lot about the kind of people we should be, people that stick by their families and ask for the love they need and honor their culture's traditions. So, so like I mentioned before, the book of Ruth is about the kind of love that draws people together and then helps them stay that way. It's about the kind of love that you need in your life. The first key is to finding it is recognizing the right kind of people to ask for it from. Ruth was one. So I just wanted to read that again, and then I like how it said here where Ruth was about Naomi returns with Ruth. And it says here where Ruth says, um, "Entreat me to not to leave you, or to turn back from following after you. For wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God my God. Where you die, I will die. Where there will I be buried. The Lord do so to me, and more. Also, if anything but death parts you and me." So it's just showing. So it says here, family. What a good example of family. And then that is a 1:16. So Ruth 1:16. So when she saw that she was determined to go with her, she stopped speaking to her. Now the two of them went until they came to Bethlehem. And it happened when they had come to Bethlehem that all the city was um, excited because of them. And the woman said, "Is this Naomi?" But she said to them, "Do not call me Naomi, call me Mara, for the Almighty has dealt very bitterly with me. I went out full, and the Lord has brought me home again empty. Why do you call me Naomi, since the Lord has testified against me, and the Almighty has afflicted me?" So Naomi returned, and Ruth, the Moabite, her daughter-in-law, with her, who returned from the country Moab. Now they came to Bethlehem at the beginning of the barley harvest. And then it talks about how Ruth meets Boaz, because she helped with the harvest, the wheat fields, and she would pick up after she would pick up after gather up the leftovers um, that were there. Her job was, but that's how Ruth and Boaz met. Um, so I'm going to stop there for now, because the book of Ruth isn't a real big book. Um, so we'll read a little bit more. Um, we're talking about the relationships, talking um, about honoring their cultural traditions. They honor their cultural traditions. But today, everyone has different beliefs. So, so when we go out into the world, we must, it's best to respect those beliefs, because that's how we show respect and the love. Because not everyone's gonna have the same beliefs as everybody. So we respect others' beliefs. Um, you're gonna believe what you believe. You're raised to believe. Um, but um, but it's not just about an individual faith. It's about just having faith in general. Just walking out the door every day and taking on the day. Having faith to just step out the door. We all can relate to that. Having faith to just take on the day, live this life. Have faith in that. To know um, that we can have faith and to live this life the best that we can. So we all must respect each other, um, um, and, uh, and 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 together we can have faith as we live this life. Um, but as we live this life, we all must respect each other and show kindness to each other. It's very important. Um, really is. So, anyways, thank you for joining me, and have a nice day.